Hello, people. I've not been gone. You've been gone. Where have you been? I've just been chilling over here, waiting for you all to watch the videos that I haven't put out. For real, thanks for not unsubscribing. That's cool. Yeah, but anyway, I hope you guys have been having a good lives. Maybe you read the Tyrant's Tomb. I've totally broken my own command of reading that book within the first week. Biggest spoilers. I've read like 30 pages. I haven't been spoiled yet. Knock on some wood here. So yeah, I understand. I'm kind of opening myself up to you all just, spoiling me in the comments. I don't think you all would do that. But anyway, yeah, please don't. If that would be cool if you all didn't do that, but it is what it is. Anyway, I just wanted to talk about the Underworld a little bit from Percy Jackson because it's pretty cool. If I just really wanted to deep dive into this, we'd be here for a long time. So I'm just going to bring up a couple points that I like about it because it's pretty cool. And then maybe if it's fun or whatever, down the line I might make more videos because Rick Riordan does really cool stuff for the Underworld in his series. So yeah. Fun fact, I actually did a presentation on this in my mythology college class last semester. And apparently I was the first person in his class that had ever done a Percy Jackson presentation before. And this was like the semester he was retiring. So he'd been there for a hot minute. So yeah, I'm just, I'm spreading the good stuff to the people of my university. But anyway, just a preface, I'm not going to go into like the structure of the Underworld because you guys know about that because you read the books. I just want to talk about some things I find interesting, which comes right off the bat when you're in the Underworld. What do? You get into lines, picks out where you're going to chill for the rest of your eternal death life. And in some cases, you're not going to chill. You're going to be chilling, getting punished, tortured. A lot of bad shit going on in the fields of punishment. Yes, the fields of punishment. It's bad. Yeah, and you can go there if you are also bad in life. So don't be bad, okay? Don't be bad. Don't listen to Billie Eilish, okay? Not all good girls go to hell. You don't have to go there. You could go chill at Elysium. I guess technically it's still in hell, but I guess maybe not every part of hell is bad. There needs to be a song about that. Anyway, yeah, so one of the key things I think is cool, and this is outlined in The Lightning Thief, it says, so all the spirits get in these lines. And it's actually, you get in a line to actual face judgment, or you can go in a line that goes straight to the fields of Asphodel. And it says pretty much everyone, not everyone, but a lot of people, souls, dead people's souls, chose to go to the fields of Asphodel to avoid punishment, to avoid judgment and possible punishment. So they gave up the possibility of getting judged in a good way and going to Elysium because they were so afraid that they were going to get judged in a bad way and go to the fields of punishment. So they just choose this field where you just chill and basically have whatever essence is left of you just burned away. I just think that's really interesting because it's like, these souls, and when they're, these people when they're dead, you really got to be honest with yourself, because we all bullcrap ourselves in life and all this and try to sugarcoat things in some cases. But in death, that's not going to help you because you're at the end of the line. And the power is really not, you have one choice left, and that's either to give someone dominion over your life and choose where you go, or just basically end it. So I kind of think Fields of Asphodel is basically the closest thing to a non-religious viewpoint on death would be, which is that you just die and it's over. There is no soul, there is no anything else, it's just poof, you're gone. And I guess that's not technically what the Fields of Asphodel is, but it pretty much is. Because you go there in eternity and, You know, in Percy Jackson, they'd all just be chattering ghouls. They don't really have an identity. They don't have like an essence or anything anymore. They're just there. And there is nothing there, so you're pretty much just nothing. And I think it's really interesting how the majority, it made a point to show that the majority of people, dead people, choose that. Because they know there's a very real possibility that they go to the fields of punishment. Because people suck! And in the end, you gotta be real with it. Or else you'll end up like Sisyphus and pushing up boulders. Okay, and it might sound like good exercise, but you do that for an eternity, you don't really care if you got nice biceps. At least I don't think so. So I thought that was a really interesting little point that it made, and a kind of like a low-key, really philosophical message was sent like right there. Yeah. Another thing interesting is the judges themselves. So I don't think this ever really changed throughout the Riordan universe stuff, but I know at least in Lightning Thief, this is all kind of fresh in my head because I looked just through Lightning Thief, but that's why I keep referencing it. The judges are Midas with an N. So the guy with the Minotaur, that king, who tracked down Daedalus, yeah, and then got killed via bathtub. Yeah, pretty sure. And then you got Shakespeare and Thomas Jefferson. I just think that's interesting, because weren't all these guys a-holes? You know, like Shakespeare, I mean, obviously I don't, Minos wasn't actually real, so obviously I don't know him. And Shakespeare and Thomas Jefferson died a little before. Like, I'm a pretty old guy, you know, I'm getting up to the ancient level. But those guys, man, they were dead even before I was born. So yeah, I don't know them, so I guess it's not nice to judge people, especially not in 2019. But pretty sure they weren't the best dudes. I mean, I know Shakespeare, they were all talented people, they were all successful people. But do I want them judging my, like, eternity? You know, maybe that's why all the souls, maybe they just, like, hated Shakespeare, you know? You know, they didn't want that guy judging their fate. I wonder if they know who the judges are before they actually go. And another thing, like, I've heard in, like, Greek mythology, like, it says it's kind of mandatory for souls to drink of the river Lethe to get their memory wiped. And I think, like, that's a choice in, like, the Percy Jackson stuff, but I don't, from what this sounds like, most of the souls don't do that. They just kind of go in. So I wonder if they know who the judges are. Because it's interesting that they even know about the lines in the first place. Because, like, the structuralized, like, because the Underworld really, it never really says all what they do know and what they don't. Because remember there's that one guy who was like a pope. No, not a pope. He was like a priest, like a Christian priest. And they were like, well, what do you, Percy's like, well, if this guy, what does any of this mean to him? And then Grover's like, well, maybe he's seeing something entirely different, because it's like he's seeing his own view of hell. So then, like, but then these souls seem to know, like, which line, like, what the lines mean. And so I wonder how they know that. Maybe Charon gives them a little, like, PowerPoint slide tutorial on the way down. Or maybe it's just kind of intuitive, and they just kind of follow their last gut instinct. I don't know. But yeah, the judges, those guys, you know, Shakespeare, really talented guy. Pretty sure he was off his, you know, little cuckoo, little cray-cray. And Thomas Jefferson, wasn't he, like, super racist? I mean, wasn't everybody in the back in the day kind of racist? I mean, you know, because, like, slavery. Where was that? Well, we won't get into all that. But the point is, it's interesting having faulty men judge existence. Because really, what do they have? Like, just when they die, they're just giving some kind of infallible, like, foresight of who belongs where. Because, like, not just to make this, like, a Christian, like, lecture, but part of the Christian belief is that God, you know, in the last judgment, has the most perfect judgment. Well, that's what you're supposed to believe. So, like, are we supposed to believe these guys have it? Because their life don't show that. Yeah, I just think that's interesting. And it also says it rotates, and those Jefferson and Shakespeare have been dead for a little bit. So when's that going to rotate through? And also, Rick has gotten like way more diversity in his books since Percy Jackson and Olympian. So I wonder if like we saw the judges now, if like it would be a lot more like diverse with race and gender. Probably. I kind of want to see that now. See if he, just to see a switch, just to see what he would do. But I don't feel like that's something he cares that much about. I mean, the judges, obviously he cares about diversity and stuff. But yeah, anyway. Yeah. So, yeah, I'd probably take it. Feels Astel too. And the last thing, because I'm kind of been rambling and we're running out of time. But something I really liked is that, Elysium is the best place to, well, it's a good place to be. And if you're a hero, Greek hero, that's pretty much, you're just going to go there. And in The Lightning Thief, again, it just describes it as like, you got Greek places, you got Roman places, you got modern places. So it's just kind of like a really cool collage of a neighborhood. But all the places are dope. I think he said like he could smell barbecue and stuff like that. So what it sounded is basically like you're just living like a rich person for eternity. So it's awesome. Yeah, and it's like if you're a hero, that's basically where you're going to go. And it doesn't sound that bad. It sounds really good, actually. I haven't heard anything, like, it doesn't just sound like it's just another, like, Earth, and you just go live life exactly like this. It sounds like you're basically destined for it. Like, you're still, it's like a really, really good life without all the schist, is what it sounds like. Which is awesome. And that's where you want to go. And not a lot of people go there. Most people go to the Fields of Asphodel. Either because they're just mundane people, or they're too afraid for the judgment. Which makes sense. But the really interesting thing that I liked about this is that the actual best place of the underworld is the Isles of the Blessed. Which, as you all know, you have to go do rebirth. Which I have so many questions about rebirth that will probably never be answered. But you have to go get rebirth and then get Elysium 3 times to have the Isles of the Blessed. Which is, there was not that much explanation for it. It was just that, like, it was an island, and Percy could tell, like, that's where you want to be. Like, that is the awesome, most, like, the best place ever. And it's in the middle of a lake in the middle of Elysium. So while you're in Elysium, good job having an awesome life. Go live it up. Oh, but don't mind looking at that place that is like way better than this one. For eternity, by the way. I feel like that's its own way of torture. It's like having a bowl of vanilla ice cream that's like really good, and vanilla ice cream, obviously. But then over here, you have like whatever your super favorite dessert is. That was pretty bad comparison, but you know what I mean. You have something, but there's something better, and you can see it. And it's not just like for a little while, like for eternity, you can see it. And I can just imagine, like, even if you don't look at it, you still know it's there. You can probably hear them having a good time. So that's just like its own form of torment in the second best place that you could be if you're a dead human in the underworld. And I just think that's really interesting. And it was definitely done intentionally. And I wonder if it's kind of like an incentive to get you to go to rebirth. And if it is the incentive to get you to go to rebirth, for what goal? Is it because it just wants more people alive? Or it wants people to take second and third chances just for the sake of it? Or is it because they want you to go and fail so you can be punished? Like, is the underworld just kind of like some punishment trap? There's a lot of different ways you can go with that. And there's really no way to find out the actual answer to that question. Because if you just kind of go, like, I can see it being twisted as, oh, it's the nature of it is to just get you to try rebirth so you can fail and go to punishment because it doesn't actually want you to be in Elysium. So, but that would just give it, suggest that there's some like intrinsical, like just evil in the underworld, which just baseline sounding of the underworld, you would think so, but it doesn't necessarily have to be that way. And if it was that way, then wouldn't everyone just go to Fields of Punishment automatically, you know? Because there is some level of fairness and some level of judgment and some level of reward that is there. So there's really no clear way to answer that. And I just think that's really interesting, and there's a lot of avenues that you can go with that. So yeah, I guess if you're in Elysium, I hope you're just good at blocking stuff out, you know? Enjoy your barbecue. So yeah guys, that was kind of my unplanned ramble about the underworld, because the underworld's dope and I suck at planning. But thank you guys for watching. Thank you for sticking around this channel as I've been not here. And I'm out of sweet tea, and it's pretty sad. And I'm sitting alone on my floor. But my dog's over there on the couch, so that's pretty awesome. I hope you guys have a good day, have a good school year. Halloween's coming up. I'm going to be wearing my blue jeans, the Camp Half-Blood t-shirt, like every Halloween. I bet you guys will do that too, or do whatever. I believe in your creativity, or lack thereof. We don't all have to be creative. Anyway, yeah, thanks guys for watching. Enjoy life. Yeah.